Welcome and thanks for joining us at Funeral Innovations for trends, tips, and tech. In these videos, we chat with industry leaders discussing marketing trends, technology innovations, and just talk about how digital marketing helps you better serve your families. I'm Megan, and I'm a client success manager here at Funeral Innovations.
And I'm Heather. I'm the director of marketing at Funeral Innovations.
So today we're really pleased to be talking with Mark Jenkins from Preferred Cremation in San Diego, California. We're going to learn some things from Mark and how his firm is helping families during the pandemic. So Mark, just tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Hello, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak. I am the owner of Preferred Cremation Bureau here in the city of San Diego. And during this pandemic, we've discovered new ways to reach out to our families, and they appear to be most appreciative and very cooperating to participate. And the ways that we are doing that, we're streaming services, as many firms are, but we've added little things to the streaming that really the larger audience that's viewing from their home certainly appreciates. We've incorporated the printed video. Often the programs that we make here are 8 pages, so we give the families, those are viewing afar, opportunity to view that. We've even implemented a system if the family member can't be here, that will mail them the brochure. Something else that we've incorporated is that we find that families oftentimes are opting not to have a service, and they're saying we're going to celebrate at a later date when this COVID crisis is calmed down. Well, we've created some little small videos. We've often made videos, where there's 50, 60, 100 pictures commemorating a loved one. But we've made several where we've actually filmed an introduction where the family can let those know that we're not having a celebration at this time, but we loved our auntie so much that if you could just share some of our fondest memories with us, we would appreciate that. And you can comment, and we're going to announce a date at a later time. And that's approved. It's immensely popular. And we've done several of those.
And Mark, can I ask, do people record themselves with what they've said and then you put them together?
We actually write a script for the family if they're nervous, and we bring them in and we film them. And we uploaded such one video yesterday, and it's just very well received. What we did not anticipate the number of people who would watch these videos. Mm-hmm. And we've estimated since this COVID crisis and the streaming and the public service announcements, and I'll talk about that a little bit also, that we've implemented, probably in the last 2 months, we've had upwards to 100,000 visitors to our Facebook page.
So tell us a little bit more about the streaming service and how you got started with Facebook Live and what results you saw right away. I know you mentioned you'd had a lot more traffic, but just talk us through what that looked like.
Well, we've often provided videos over the years. It's something we think we do at a high level here. So we were, like most funeral directors, forced to look at different options, and we made some initial investments or some tripods and some iPhones, and we have a remote control camera, and we're capturing the whole funeral. And it's such a neat thing because they have it for perpetuity now. We will present it, the live stream, to the family after the service is on a stick, of course, and so they have that. And we're finding out that they're going back and watching it over and over, and they're just sharing it with families. It's very nice to be able to focus in on the speakers and different camera angles to go back and catch the musicians. And with the family's permission, we're even doing a virtual parting view of the loved one in the casket.
I see.
Great, Mark. So you've already touched on a lot of those benefits of having it online, being able to rewatch that recording, having more people being able to view that service if they weren't, obviously you weren't having a service, or limiting the number of people. Can you kind of just touch on any more benefits that you see of having these services streamed online?
Yes. Again, the people that come to the site, people are calling specifically wanting to know, can we stream? And so many people are looking. So one of the benefits is that we're able to reach a larger segment of our community. And what we've created is a series of public service announcements. So when you're watching the live stream, you can go to the service announcement, and we titled them as themes like such as a prayer and a song for our community, where we'll have a public service announcement regarding the COVID. And we offer up a song of inspiration at the end of that. And we've been posting those tidbits. So they're quite resourceful.
So you mentioned, Mark, that you obviously have a pretty good setup already with the videos, the cameras, people, you've been doing this before COVID. Can you just kind of talk about, is this the live streaming something that you will continue to do as restrictions lift, or how might it look different, or why would you continue to do that streaming? What are some of those options look like for you as you continue to look into the rest of the year and, moving forward?
Well, I think, there's a new term that we're all using, and it's called the new normal. And I think that is really going to affect our industry. There is a new normal. I may give an example. We were called with a out-of-state case, and they dearly wanted to come to be with their loved one. They were unable to. They wanted to arrange for cremation. So what we were able to do, with their permission, we put together a small virtual service for them. It was about a 10-minute service, and they were allowed to have a viewing live stream, and all the family members logged in. So I think that's going to be the new normal. People are going to be rethinking how they're honoring their loved ones. There's a lot of power in the streaming video. So we're learning as we go.
And you said you were doing video before the pandemic. Were you live streaming before the pandemic too?
Well, one of the things just that we've done, we've filmed entire funerals, and they're dating back years, and we edited those funerals and repackaged them as something to share with the families.
Gotcha.
And so we do have some experience there, and they're just, so as we look at those videos now, they're just wonderful. And we had a lady that passed away. She was 97 years old, and she was such a proud member of the church, and she had been affiliated with the church for over 60 years. And the church was closed. They wouldn't allow anybody in during this COVID outbreak. But we were able to incorporate some of the beautiful scenery of the church into her live stream, the stained glass and the pews, and it just meant so much to her family. So those are other things that we incorporated. And what we did, she was buried, and we filmed it all, and we drove by the church, and the church had an altar set out on the stairs of the church. And those are things that besides the actual live stream, we edit those so they can come back a day or two later and see the additional footage that we added to the live stream.
That's terrific. And it becomes really a beautiful tribute that people can come back to again and again.
It really is a beautiful tribute. Like I said, we're surprised at the number of people who looked at these tributes. We have one tribute over 21,000 views, another one with 17,000 views, and just a service that we think no one would actually view, and they're into the thousands.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and like you said, Mark, that just shows that utilizing this technology, obviously that many people would never even be able to fit obviously inside your funeral home, right? And so you're being able to reach more people, and then those family members are being able to have that same experience.
And I think one of the keys is planning. You're going to do a live stream. The family send out the link to all of those. We're receiving lots of phone traffic knowing how to log in. But one of the real added benefits are the real-time offers of condolences to the family. The family, they're finding great joy in knowing that someone took the time out of their day to sit and watch the funeral of their loved one and offer the positive comments. It's really therapeutic, we're finding out, because they have so many acknowledgments to offer and to reply to, I should say. So that is definitely an added benefit.
That's great.
Yeah, Mark, as you talk about, you guys have been doing, whether it's just recording the videos or the Facebook live stream, can you give us any tips, for firms who want to start using the Facebook Live, but they're just not sure where to start? What would they need to do to make sure that these streams would run smoothly for them?
Well, we have a learning curve also, and what we found out is that we've been live streaming Facebook, and we've kind of neglected YouTube. And so now you want to make sure you connect with both of those platforms. You're going to get a larger range of viewers. But what I would like to share with my fellow directors, if they don't know it already, you want to make sure that you're licensed, because a lot of times, we're using copyrighted material or song, and we found out that we're covered. We're part of the California Funeral Directors Association, and that licensing will be afforded you if you don't have an outright like BMI contract or something of that nature.
In terms of equipment, what do you think kind of the minimum requirements would be? That just an iPhone and a tripod?
Well, yeah, you can do wonders. The cameras on the iPhones are absolutely wonderful. And we bought some specialized tripods, and we set them up strategically in the chapel. But one of the things is it's a camera that we purchased. It's actually permanently mounted, and it remote control, so it could catch different angles. You could point it to where you want it to go. And what we've been doing with our videos is trying to come in from different angles. It just makes it more visually interesting to see. And we are one of the techniques that we do, as I mentioned earlier, as we're reading the printed material, we would give a little shot over the shoulder of a family member reading material, and they can see how beautiful the printed program is as well.
Mm-hmm. And do you have somebody, no worries, do you have somebody operating that camera during the service then, like a dedicated person?
Actually, we have two dedicated people operating because we're doing different angles, and it allows us to go back and really package that video more professionally to add different pictures and things to it.
That's terrific.
Mm-hmm. And then one of the things that's so great is the video within the video. Again, we're live streaming, but part of that live stream could be a video that we were produced for 3 or 4 minutes to honor that live. And so they also get to watch that video. We have an 80-inch monitor, and that's something that's just, it's proved effective, and it's just beautiful. We just so honored that the families are pleased by it.
Yes, that's terrific.
You're really able to provide those memories and capture them for the family, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Well, Mark, those are all of the questions that we had for you about the Facebook Live, the recording. You provided some really, really great insight. I know that will be helpful to your other directors as far as, if they're looking to do live and how to get that started. Was there anything else you wanted to add that we didn't ask you?
No, just to let my fellow directors know that personalization has always been nice, but it really seems to be the new norm at this time.
Awesome. So we do have one more question for you that we like to ask everyone. It's just a question that we feel like is good to end the discussion here. But what's the most important thing you've learned while serving in the industry, whether it's related to just the past few months having to deal with the pandemic or just in general in your whole experience in the industry? What's the most important thing that you've learned?
Patience. I would say patience. It's a trying time. It's a lot of confusion, and there's a lot of anxiety that comes with losing a loved one besides dealing with the pandemic. So I would think additional patience.
That is a good one that we should all take to heart, I think, in this time. So Mark, thanks so much for joining us. I'll let you get that. Yeah. Thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time. We'll be posting this video on our blog and YouTube, and you'll be able to access it through our Facebook feed. And for any of those who are watching the recording, if you have topics you'd be interested to see us discuss, let us know in the comments or shoot us an email at info@funeralinnovations.com. Or if you know somebody you would like to see interviewed, you can let us know in either of those channels as well. So thanks again so much, and I hope everybody has a great day.
Thanks.
Thank you.